Hi there, this is part 1 of my 2-part series attempting to ride every bus route in Launceston. There are 28 routes to ride, covering the entire city and even some areas outside of it. Please note, school days only and non-urban services are not covered by this challenge. Maybe that's something for another time. Then again, there's no way I'm heading to Cressy at 7:20am for the 795. Anyways, getting back on track, join me starting this challenge at the North Riverside Terminus for our first route, the Route 151. The 151 runs 3 times a day, all off-peak, being a long and windy route through the urban West Tamar. Okay, we've just finished our first route. The next 2 routes we're riding are the 116 and 117. These are the 2 through-running services forming a loop in the northern suburbs, linking Mayfield and Newnham to the central business district via the high-frequency turn-up-and-go corridor. I apologise for some of the footage here, because my camera was not having a good day. Okay, the next route of riding is the 147 to Sand Hill in South Launceston via Kings Meadows. This was my first time ever riding this service, and I have to admit this has just become one of my favourite bus routes in the city. This runs a peak-only link to some hilly suburban parts of the south, not served by any other routes. Hello! I've made it to Sand Hill now. It's been a while since I've been able to talk to you, since I've been in the city centre and on busy buses. But I've just finished one of the least frequent bus routes in Launceston, the 147, which gets me here, to this wonderful area of Sand Hill in South Launceston. This is Normanston Road, and as you've just seen, this is such an amazing little area. Like, there's only 3 buses a day in each direction to get here. Okay, I hopped on a bus to head back to the CBD, and we're back now. The final 2 routes of our first day are the 142 and 141. Similar to the 116 and 117 from earlier, this is a 3-running loop service, this time serving Punch Bowl and East Launceston. Okay, now we're back in the city. That's the end of day 1. I'll see you again in just a second on day 2. Hello again. Today we'll have a lot more action, so let's get right into it. We're I'm going to do the third loop service today, and the biggest. This is the 145 and 140, a loop which takes around 50 minutes to ride, covering the vast majority of southern Launceston. Hello! Update, I could not talk earlier because I had a very tight connection in the city. Just on the 140 and 145 loop. Now I'm going to get the 120 loop service to Ravenswood before coming back here. Then we're going to ride... Route name redacted. Okay, we've made it back to the CBD. Our next two routes are a big trip. Firstly, we're heading on the 130 all the way out to St Leonard's in the far southeast. There we have a quick 20-minute break before hopping back on the super infrequent 131 back to Launceston. Hello, I'm in St Leonard's. It's about 20 minutes till my next bus on the route 131, one of the weirdest bus routes in Launceston. So I'm gonna go get some lunch quickly. I'll be back here at 1 o'clock. Okay, made it back to the bus stop in time. Bus should be here literally any second. Because my chips took a long time to cook, but that's okay. Yep, here it comes. Well, we're back in the CBD now. It's time for potentially the hardest part of today. I'm catching the route 162 all the way to Hadspen's Rutherglen Road terminus, located about 2 kilometres out of town in the middle of the fields. I then have to walk back into town along a highway before getting back to the city. Well, we're really out here now. This is maybe, well, definitely the most remote bus terminus on the Launceston bus network. This is the Ruth and Glen Road terminus in Hadspen. It's located near a retirement village and nothing else. So I have to walk for half an hour along the Meander Valley Highway to get back into Hadspen. Because it's that or spend an hour at that terminus again, waiting for another bus. And I'd rather go into town, so it's a long walk ahead of me, but that's the fun part, right? That's the bus stop all the way out there. About to walk across this bridge. Wish me luck, I'll rejoin you on the other side. Okay, we made it. It's been a lot of a walk, but Hadspen. We're still like 20 minutes walk from the shop, so can't hold my breath yet. Hello, I've made it back to the city centre yet again. This time we're getting route 167 and then the route 165, which will round off day 2. This is Prospect Vale / hilly western suburbs, I guess. Trip. There's not too much left to go. Update. Just walking out of the shopping centre. I'm going to go get on the route 165, which is very similar to the 167 because in Launceston basically all of our bus routes are similar but with slightly different variations. Like the 165 and 167, 165 goes via hospital, 167 goes direct. That's it. Well, that was the end of this day. In part 2 there are a lot more routes and even more crazy itineraries to do, so make sure to subscribe and join my Discord server to keep up to date with that. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time on Tasmanian.